What's good, y'all? Going live here real quick for Speak on It. Um, so today we got Football Friday, and I'm excited. Got a lot of things going on. We got um, we got college football about to kick off Saturday. We got the finals tonight. We got um, what's good, bro?
Let's
It's
get it.
good. It's good. It's doing. It was doing the same thing on Oh, bad, but I can share it to a group right now. Um, nope, can't share to speak on it. All right. All right. So, speak on it, right? So we live here on Speak on It. Here with my man Biv. Just hosting Speak on It. Football Friday, like I was saying to y'all. Jam-packed show. We got the Sixers with a new coach. We got our picks for the day on college football, regular football. We got the finals about to kick off in about 10 minutes. Game two. Gonna talk to y'all about that. We got some album reviews that we're going to talk to y'all about. And we got a new segment we're going to introduce to the show with bold predictions. And we got baseball playoffs. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's a jam-packed show. Um, let's just kick it off, right? But before we do, make sure to let people know we live. We on Spotify. We on YouTube. We on Instagram. We also are on Twitter. Let them know that we live. Like us, subscribe, whatever. Do all that crazy stuff. But I'm ready. I'm excited. Y'all can see. Let's get into it. Hey,
Let's go.
um, it's a lot, man. I don't know where to start. Listen, let's start with these baseball playoffs. Um, I don't know what I was doing today. I don't know what I was doing. I probably was on the phone with somebody, and it popped up on my timeline. The Marlins beat the. I almost threw my phone. I almost threw my phone. Got them Marlins advance to the next round. What is You said it. I don't know. I don't know if we was on the show or we was talking, but you said it that the Marlins don't usually make it, but when they do, they win it all.
They win it
So,
all, man. When they
so
don't make the playoffs often, they don't. But when they get in, they make noise. So I wasn't shocked, man. I am shocked at how poorly the Cubs hit ball. Some of those guys went hitless for the two games. But the Marlins got a good young staff, man. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
I'm pulling up the joint, right? I want to know. I'm curious to know what Chris Bryant did. Um,
Over
well, of course he was
Anthony
over that, right?
Anthony Rizzo, Ofer. I don't think either one of them got a hit in the two games.
So,
Um, Javi Baez struggled. Like it was all around.
which is interesting to me, right? Because those big names we just named three of the big names. I think this Chris Bryant. I think this is Chris Bryant's last year. I think he's a free agent this year. Um, like Javi Baez. Like, what do we do? What do they do? Like, that's what's interesting to me. Y'all know what I want them to do. Bring them back to Philly. But it's it's like, what do they do? Like, what do the Cubs do after being knocked out by the Marlins? That is going to be the question for me. That is what's going to be interesting to me.
One of the things about baseball is teams really will exercise patience. So they'll let that they'll just let that play out. Roll them out next spring, and see what happens. So I don't think unless Chris Bryant is a free agent,
I think he is.
they better be trying to re-sign him, or they better have a plan to replace him.
Yep.
But other than that, you know, It's the Cubs. They'll find a way to get it to get a name. They'll find a way to get a bat.
He is a free agent. I know he won. I think he won arbitration this year, so he's a free agent this year after this season. And we've been linked to him. We'll see how that goes. We really need pitching. Me, when I say we, I'm talking about the Phillies. But y'all should see it. Y'all should watch enough shows to know that I'm a Philly fan. So um, yeah. So that's, like I said, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting offseason. Your boys pulled it out. They went. They swept the Reds, and they look good. They held them to
Pitching, the
yeah.
pitching looked good. The
Y'all
pitching
held
looked
them
good,
scoreless.
which is different from years past. Usually, it's the pitching that's been kind of holding us back, but the pitching held us down these last 2 games. You think they didn't score a run in 2 games? So
Which is
shout out to the pitching staff. Hopefully the bats wake up next round.
interesting to me because I like we talked about it on the show before. Y'all got no Mike Soroka. So y'all don't got y'all ace. Y'all don't got y'all ace on the bump. And y'all still did y'all thing. Holding that Rays team, like you said, scoreless. I'm trying to figure out who y'all have the winner of. Do y'all have the winner of the Marlin series? Trying to pull it up
Did
right
we did we get the Cubs?
now. I hope y'all ain't got the Dodgers. I'm gonna say this, regardless of the second round in the National League, that's gonna be a juicy series. That's gonna be juicy. That is going
No,
to.
I think we get the
Yeah,
Marlins,
y'all
and
get the Marlins.
I think the winner of the Padres and the
Padres
Cardinals
get the card.
get
Gonna
the
play the
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Gonna play the Dodgers. Which that I love. I'm gonna tell you why I love both those series move forward. If the Padres pull it out, Padres got bats. Padres got two monsters in that lineup, and they
Three.
both show up. You said they got three.
Yeah, man. Will Myers, don't sleep on Will Myers. He put on a power display last night too.
Listen,
So
that is going to be a fun series. Padres won 37 games. Dodgers won 43 games. They both got bats. They both got huge differentials. I know I picked the Dodgers to win it all, but I've been high on the Padres all season. That's gonna be a fun series right there. That's gonna be a fun series.
it's gonna be a really really good series if the Padres take care of
The
business
Padres
against the
take care of
Cardinals because they needed a lot last night.
yeah.
They needed a lot last night. And if you're
But
gonna have to win like that, boy, that's asking a lot for guys to go out and hit 2 home runs in a game. They looked the bats finally woke up, and that's what they
mhm.
needed. And I think that'll carry over to tonight. That momentum will carry over into tonight. And I think
Well, they
Clayton Kershaw looked good last night.
yeah.
Now, granted, the Brewers haven't. I don't. I'm still trying to figure out how the Brewers made the playoffs. Some way, somehow, they did. but
they got your
but
boy.
who?
They got the boy.
Don't say Yelich because
Like I
he
said,
was
Christian.
terrible. He was terrible this year. He
They got
was
Christian.
bad this year. But Clayton looked good. He looked good last night. And the Dodgers bats did enough to give him some run support. And he and the rest of the pitching staff did the rest. What I'm interested in seeing is the Astros. I didn't think they were gonna win their
The White
series.
Sox. Who they played the no, what's they played the White Sox, the A's.
The A's played the
Yeah.
White Sox. I think the Astros played the Twins, wasn't it?
Don't pull up right now. Yep,
Yeah, the Astros
played the
played the
Twins. Yep,
Twins.
they played the Twins.
I didn't think they was gonna pull that out.
Me either.
They just. I know the Twins have been terrible in the playoffs in recent history, but the Astros were bad all year.
I told you the Twins. What I tell you? Playoffs is the Twins' kryptonite, man. They're allergic to success there.
And the Astros, when you get a team with that type of talent, they start getting a little confident. They're gonna be scary.
Because
They're gonna be scary. They're gonna be a tough out.
here's the crazy thing about it. About the Astros. Like you said, they got a lot of talent. We talked about it earlier in the season. That lineup is nasty. Um, but now they got a chip on their shoulder. It's a chip. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all want to say that we cheated, whatever. It's proven, whatever. But if those bats wake up and that talent show up, I don't care if you say they cheated or not. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent on that team. And now that scandal is something that can bond them together and say, yeah, we cheated, right? Now let's prove the world. Let's go and prove the world that we can actually win. Now here's the crazy thing about it. It's an asterisk next to that title in 2019, 2018, right? Asterisk next to the title. Asterisk next to them going to the World Series last year. If they win in 2020, will it be an asterisk next to that too?
I guess because it was a shortened season, so
they ain't gonna be able to win.
Yeah, they're the only team that's probably not gonna get the benefit of the doubt for winning the shortened season. They're gonna be like, oh man, they benefited again.
Dang, they done bit the Astros, boy. They know how to do it. They done win the 3 straight, 1-2, and asterisks next to all 3 of them. That'd be crazy. I'm gonna tell you, you said it. I didn't believe it. Yankees. You said it, man. I didn't think they was gonna win that series. I did not think they were gonna win that series. Boy, but did those bats wake up in game 1? And then your boy, pitching clinic.
You can't. It's too many guys in that lineup. You gotta be perfect. You gotta be perfect because one mistake can turn into a snowball when you're dealing with the Yankees. It's just so many guys, whether it's LeMahieu, whether it's Judge, whether it's Stanton, whether it's Torres, whether it's it's so
like 10
many guys in the lineup. Like you have to be perfect. You have to be perfect. One mistake, and next thing you know, it could be 4-5-0, and you in some trouble. So, but one thing is, the Rays are familiar with them. So the Rays are real familiar with them. So they gonna know who to pitch to and how to pitch to them. So it's gonna be more difficult this round. But I'm still gonna take the Yankees in this. I'm still taking the Yankees. I'm still going with them.
Nah, I can't take the Yankees in this series. I'm gonna be like how they said Kyrie was against LeBron. We're gonna talk about that later. But yo, the meme they had on that man, I'm gonna be like how the meme they had about with Kyrie, or what Kendrick Perkins said about Kyrie against be with LeBron. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is a little later on. But yo, that's how I'm gonna be the Yankees probably. But I picked the Rays. I picked the Rays to go to the championship. So I'm gonna stick with them. But like I said, the Yankees is my AL team. For all y'all that didn't know, I do root for the Yankees in the AL. But I did pick the Tampa Bay. I did pick the Tampa Bay Rays to go to the championship. So like I said, I'm gonna stick with them. But man, like you said, with that Houston Astros, that lineup, and if they wake up, the Yankees like that on steroids if they wake up. So like I said, it's gonna be tough. But for some reason, some way, somehow, as of lately, the Yankees always find a way to lose. They always had those bats. They always had bats.
What's funny is this, and it's really depending on the results of tonight, you're getting ready to have the AL set. You're gonna have 2 AL East teams playing against each other, and 2 AL West teams playing against each other. And then in the National League, you can have to NL East teams playing against each other and to NL West teams playing against each other if the Padres win tonight. NL Central, AL Central, y'all better get your act together. Y'all better get it together because this isn't a good look. I thought the White Sox was gonna win that series against the A's.
Nah, I told you.
I thought their skipper overmanaged the other day. I thought he was in panic mode more than he was in trying to win right now mode. He wouldn't like the first pitcher. He only seen like two batters, and he was yanking him out already. I'm like, come on, man! I know it's early. You don't want to get behind early, but whew, I felt like he overmanaged.
Hey, listen. I know a little bit about. I know something about overmanaging. I know something about overmanaging. That's why we end up. And listen, I love Joe. I do love Joe. I think he was a great hire. But I think he cost us a couple of games this year. Not gonna lie. But listen, I'm excited about it. Like I said, playoff baseball, October baseball, September baseball. September baseball. October baseball is always exciting. It's probably when most people tune in. But October baseball is exciting, man. So I'm definitely excited about it. I'm excited about the big bats that is in here, the big names that is in here. It's crazy. Two of the biggest names in the sports aren't in it, and I think for 2 seasons, we see that like 2 of those big names aren't in the playoffs or in the postseason, and they also have 2 of the biggest contracts out there, and Mike Trout and Bryce Harper. I hope we see those 2 return to baseball next year as well. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about these big bats. I'm excited about the pitching. I'm just excited all around about baseball right now. So, of course, I think the Rays, like I said, the Rays going to win that series. I think the A's are going to win the series. Let me see. The A's.
The Stros, you taking the A's over the Stros?
Yep, picking the A's over the Astros. Well, this is what I'm going to say. Again, like I just said about the Yankees. If the Astros and the Yankees are at their A game, the Rays or the A's can't beat them. They can't beat them. So,
I'm taking the Yankees. I'm taking the Stros, and I don't care who play the Dodgers. I'm taking the Dodgers. I'm gonna take my Braves.
Of course. I would say I want to pick the A's. I'm going to pick Tampa because I picked them. But like I said, if those bats come to play, and both of those and the Astros for the Astros, look at the Astros made it 29-31. Anyway, if the Astros bats come to play, if the Yankees bats come to play, I reserve the right to change my mind during the series. All right, so I did pick the Dodgers winners also. I'm gonna rock with them, but I'm gonna tell you, if the bats come to play in San Diego, that's gonna be a nasty series.
That's gonna be a tough one. That's probably gonna be a series where the score is 9-8, 10-9, 11-10. That's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun. So I got a question, and I know we're talking about baseball a lot right now. Everybody like, y'all ain't talking about baseball like this all year. It's playoff time. I mean, y'all giving a lot of time to baseball right now. But is Tatis the best young player in the game right now? That is a question. I throw it out there.
I think he's the most exciting young player right
Okay.
now. Fernando Tatis Jr., man, he does it all. Like, he went from being a liability on defense to now being one of the better shortstops in the game defensively, as well as in the batter box. The only thing that people are gonna be saying is it was a short season,
Mm-hmm.
so they want to see if he's able to carry this type of production for an entire 162. That's it. But he's definitely leaving the mark. But at the same time, he's doing something that we haven't been able to see Mike Trout do.
Mm-hmm.
He's performing in the playoffs. We haven't been able to give that. We haven't been given that opportunity to see Mike Trout perform. We've seen Bryce. Bryce has had some moments in October. So, but yeah, definitely one of the better and more exciting young players.
So just off a couple of things that you said, right? It was a short season. Um, I want to say he is one of the most exciting ones. I will say he is not the best young player out there. To me, there's another player who was just in the playoffs who just lost. Vlad, who is exciting, um, who is a beast. You got Pete Alonso. So there is a lot of young players, but I will put Vlad up there as well because he did just lead his team to the postseason as well. So for Toronto. So
Got it.
uh, let's get into these reviews real quick. Let's get into these reviews real quick. It's funny when I was looking at the review or looking at what people were saying about the Tory Lanez thing, and I was listening to I can't even think of their names now. Shoot, trying to pull it up. Anyway, they was like, man, nobody was like, man, I ain't listening to that album. I ain't listening to that album. But they just read the reviews and was listening to the lyrics and everything like that. And they was talking about how like he was professing his love for Meg Thee Stallion in the album, and how he was like he tried to monetize what happened and his love for it and everything like that. And it kind of was like that's interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting because just from their viewpoint on it, it was like he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't profess his love to and made money off of it by putting it in an album. And I was kind of torn between should he have done it that way or shouldn't he have done. If you made an album, if you did music, right, and you wanted to make dedicate a whole album to Angie, and you made money off of it, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Is it because like he shot her in the foot, and now
Allegedly.
Allegedly, is it because he allegedly shot her in the foot, and now he made a whole album about her? Like,
Me personally, I thought I was one of those people that was like, man, he got to say something. He's got to say something. He's got to say something. He did. Unfortunately for y'all, he expressed himself through his music.
what he does.
That's what he does. I don't understand how you can be upset with him doing what he do, but if you really listen to the album, I don't feel like anything that he's like. I felt like he put himself all the way out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he talked about how he was in the hot tub with Kylie, and apparently, according to him, Meg got heated and stormed up. So like, it's a lot. It's a lot to the story. We'll never really know what happened that night. You know what I'm saying? But
He yoked both of them up.
I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you this much. You can kind of sense his pain in the music. You can sense the pain in his music, and where she went through that and she went to WAP. He came out with kind of pain and like disappointment in the people that he thought would at least reach out to him. Because he said it. He said, man, if I did that, I would be with y'all calling me a lame and yada yada yada. He was like, but y'all didn't even reach out to me. Y'all just took her word for it. Never reached out to me. Didn't wait for my side of the story. And that was a lot of us. We didn't.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't wait for his side of the story. We just took her word and ran with it. But I don't know. The album is hot though. I know that much. That's all I can say.
And that's how
It's a lot of heat. It's a lot of heat on there.
as I'm gonna see it too. Like, regardless of like what it was used for, production on that thing is fire.
It's a lot
Ebro.
of heat on there.
It was Ebro, low key, and them. They was talking about this stuff with about Tory Lanez. But like you said, usually Tory Lanez put something out. Shout out to my man Lean Neil, put me on. Tory Lanez put out work.
Consistency.
Tory Lanez put out work, bruh.
A lot of heat on there.
Trying to pull up his showing real quick. Since I'm doing it on my phone, I ain't got my list. I ain't got my list of the tracks on with me right now. But like I said, production wise, I think I thought it was real authentic, like you said, because he was coming from a place of pain. He was expressing himself through musically, and I think to me, how I felt about it is like how people feel about Mary. You know what I mean? Like if Mary going through something, she's gonna express herself through music, and you know it's gonna be fire. You know it's gonna be something that's gonna grip you emotionally, something that's gonna grip you, and say like, dang, I understand. I can feel what you can feel the pain. You can feel it, right? And that's what you felt. That's what you get. Yeah, I mean, when you listen to his production, when you listen to his album, like you feel, like you said, he in a bad place right now. He in a bad spot. And hearing how, like you said, like you can hear and feel how he actually really like feel about it. You know what I mean? So don't know how that's gonna play out, you know what I mean, with the shooting allegedly, you know what I mean? But you can definitely understand, definitely feel his pain, and like you can be like, man, get that man another chance, man. Take that man back, man. But that's what it do. That's what listening to it do.
Yeah, it was like I said, from start to finish. It was a good work. It was good work from start to finish.
So this is gonna be a great segue, perfect segue. I saw an advertisement for listening to Big Sean, right? Big Sean said there's 3 ways to listen to music or to make music. He said there's music that you listen to, there's music that make you move, and he said then there's music that make you feel, right? There's music that you feel the music. That is what Tory Lanez just put out. Music that make you feel. You can actually literally feel that music, that album. Speaking of that, let's go to Big Sean, man. Detroit album.
Lengthy.
I can say 22
Lengthy.
tracks. 22 tracks. And I'm gonna tell you, usually, like if I'm just vibing, listening to it, I don't mind. I don't mind the lengthy track. You know what I mean? I don't mind to it. When you listen to it, but when you listen to it to try to figure out like reviewing everything.
Is it hot or not?
It's like, dang, man.
It was a bit overwhelming, right?
You got a lot of albums on. You got a lot of tracks on here.
Yeah, that's a double disc.
I can say that's exactly what I want to say. Like he got a double disc on here. But I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed with the Big Sean album. He got a lot of features on there, which I kind of like. You know what I mean, I think he had like 2-3 stories on there. He got the story about from Erykah Badu. He got the story told by Dave Chappelle, which is cool. I like that he got a lot of features. I'm not gonna lie. I like the joint. I like the thing he got with Nipsey. I like the joint he got Lil Wayne. He got a joint with Ty Dolla on there. What other joint he got on there? He got a joint with Travis Scott. So like I like the whole. I like it. I like the Big Sean to me when he puts out a project. I never outside of like earlier on when I first started listening to him, and I was like, why is he rapping off beat? Like, what is he doing? He is not Big Sean when he puts out an album out to me. He hasn't disappointed me.
I liked it. It was really one of his first works that I've actually like sat down and really listened to. So me not being a big Sean fan, I was impressed. I was impressed. And me, I've never been. I know back in the day it was something like, man, he got too many features. We need to be hearing him more. You know what I mean? That's how he was in the '90s. But nowadays you gotta just go with the flow. Nowadays it's about putting other guys on and having fun and doing things with everybody else. So I didn't mind it either. But Big Sean, he came with it. It's hard to put together 22 tracks and maybe two or three of them on there I just didn't vibe with, but he was still spitting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's why, like I said, when I listen to like Big Sean stuff, I know that's what I'm going to do. He gonna give you a little. He gonna give you stuff that he is gonna give you stuff that make you feel, but he gonna give you stuff that you can listen to lyrically, and then he gonna give you stuff that make you get up and move. Pitchfork gave him a 5.2 for the album. Like I said, I liked it. I thought it was
hot.
I thought it was a solid album. From King to God, Conway the Machine. Pitchfork gave him a 6.9. Trying to think about the albums. So I'm gonna say this. I have never listened to Conway the Machine until my man Tamine asked us to do this. I've never listened to him. I think he's hot. I think he's dope. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a dope artist. I think lyrically he's solid. I'm trying to pull up the track list.
Yeah, I had never listened. I never listened to him before either until this one. I'm a fan now. He just got a different vibe to him. One of my favorite tracks on there is Spurs 3 because he got the Butcher on there, and I'm a Butcher fan. That's another track on there with Havoc and Lloyd Banks.
Mm-hmm.
That joint go hard. It's fire from start to finish. Again, Conway be barring too. So it's a lot of good music out there. We just gotta go find it.
You gotta find it. Like you said, shout out to my man Tamine putting this onto it. Like I said, listen, Pitchfork gave it a 6.9. Like you said, he got a couple collabs on there that is dope. Lyrically, he's solid. And like I said, I never listened to him, so listening to this album, it makes me want to go back and listen to some of his other work. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited that Tamine put us on to these new artists. So that's our little review on it. On those albums. Out of the three, if I had to rate the three, production wise, I would say Tory Lanez joint was probably the best put together production wise, but lyrically, I would say that Conway the Machine lyrically had a better album, a better project, just off of what he was talking about, and then Big Sean. I think Big Sean is in a place where he is who he is. Yeah, I mean he's Big Sean. Yeah, I mean he's gonna put out an album. It's gonna be a Big Sean album. And he's gonna have songs on there that make you, yeah, I mean, get up. Songs that's gonna make you feel. Songs that's gonna make you listen. So I like all three albums. But if I had to rate all three of them, it would be, I would actually put production wise, from top to bottom, the albums. I would put Tory Lanez album as the best one out of the three. Then Conway, and then Big Sean, which is crazy because like a month ago, when everything happened, I wouldn't be caught dead listening to anything Big Sean. I mean, Tory Lanez. But like I said, it was a treat. I mean, it was a solid production.
Yep, I'd say if I were to rank them, I'd probably say Conway, just because that's my type of music, that's my
Mm-hmm.
vibe of music. Then I'd say Tory, and then I'd say Big Sean.
Um, Speaking of what I mentioned earlier, right? I said we was gonna get back to it when I said I'm gonna be about how the Yankees, how Kyrie is to LeBron. Perk said Kyrie is legit at home, uh, switching jerseys every round that LeBron is in. At first, Kyrie was a Blazers fan, then he was a Houston fan, and then he was a Denver fan, and now he is a Heat fan. And that's probably how I'm gonna be with the Yankees. I'm probably just gonna keep switching jerseys until I get one right. Like I said, until which is crazy because I am a Yankees fan. But let's get back. Let's get to Kyrie. Kyrie, I can't keep defending you on this show, man. I just legit can't keep defending you on this show because you a Duke fan, because you came from Duke. I can't keep doing it no more. Like, bruh, I want to know if Kyrie Irving thinks about the things that come out of his mouth. That's what I want to know. Does he think about the things that come out of his mouth?
No.
Like, that is like it just popped in his head, and he like, oh, that's cool, and then he says it. And then I get it. The comment that he made about him being the clutch, the most clutch teammate. I think the way it was quoted and the way that it was thrown out there to us, it could have been misleading. Um, but because he was talking about how him and KD both are big time clutch performers, um, but the way he said it and when he said it, we know that he was actually taking a dig and a jab at LeBron. Um, but this is what I want to say. I don't think he is wrong or right. If that, but I guess this is a debate. Not really a debate show, but so I'm going to pick a side. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick a side. He's wrong for timing that he's saying it. He's wrong for even saying it right now. But Kyrie Irving did hit a lot of clutch shots with LeBron. I don't know what else to say. Like, he did hit a lot of clutch shots. He hit a lot of clutch shots. We legit just talked about it on Wednesday. We legit just talked about Wednesday. The best sequence that we ever seen in basketball was Jordan. It made me think like, well, LeBron's sequence was great too, but Kyrie was the one that hit the big shot. So, does he have a point? Does he have a point?
I didn't see anything wrong with what he said. Me personally, was it some shade towards LeBron? In my opinion, no, because he didn't say definitively, without question. I have always been the best player until now. He said I always felt
Mm-hmm.
like there wasn't anybody better than me. What basketball player shouldn't feel that way?
Right.
Like I want a guy that I'd rather you feel that way instead of saying, man, that guy better than me. Like I don't know if I want to have a guy on my team that's supposed to be that type of guy with that type of mentality. So I didn't have a problem with him saying it. Now, of course, everybody wants to go on LeBron carried him. He didn't do anything before LeBron. That's not what he said. He didn't say he didn't need LeBron. He didn't say that he was better than LeBron. He just said that he never felt as though there was a better option down the stretch than me until now. Now I got another guy that I feel as though is at least at the same level as me, if not better. I don't have a problem with that. Whether you can say he was wrong that was just as clutch or more clutch than he was, fine. Again, all he said was that he felt that he never had a teammate. I disagree with him. I felt like LeBron was just as clutch as he is, but I have no problem with what he said. Now, the asinine thing that he said was that they don't have a head coach.
Before we jump into that, I want to say this. I agree with Kyrie, the statement. because in his mind, to me, offensively, I think Kyrie is a better offensive weapon than LeBron James. I think he's a better offensive weapon as far as the way he can handle, the way he can shoot the three, the way he can get a shot off the dribble. I think he's a better offensive weapon. So I agree when he says I don't think that there is a better option, because to me, there's nothing that you can take away from Kyrie offensively. He can beat you off the dribble. He can shoot the three. With LeBron, if you can give him the three, and I live with that. I'm excited when LeBron shoot threes. Don't come downhill. Don't bring that big body into me. Shoot threes. With Kyrie, you leave him open, he gonna knock it down. You want to press up on him, he gonna drive by you with his handle. He got the floater game. He a finisher. Like, he's a monster. So I understand when he says that I don't think there's a better option for me down the stretch until now, because he's playing with the best offensive player in my mind in the game and possibly ever. So I definitely understand what he's saying, because not saying that Kyrie Irving is a better player than LeBron James, which he is not. But on an offensive option, I would take offensively, just skill set wise, Kyrie Irving's skill set on the offensive end over LeBron James. Not mentally, not passing, not IQ, all that stuff. Just on the offensive skill set, I would take his skill set over LeBron James. So I definitely agree with what he said. But I disagree with what my man said about Steve Nash. This looked bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. This looked real bad.
They haven't even had a practice yet.
Like, and he talking about I don't think there is a head coach. No.
There is.
Steve Nash was legit hired to be the head coach. You guys do have a head coach. His name is Steve Nash.
This is a problem already.
To me, it's like what they said, like what Perk said, right? He said to him, this says, was Steve Nash the best option? Was Steve Nash the best option if your co-star is saying that we don't have a head coach? Or was it just his relationship with Steve Marks and Kevin Durant that got him in the door? I think that's what it was. Legit. And he said it.
And it's weird because like the report was that Kyrie signed off on it too. But now I see why he may have signed off on it. He ain't got to answer to nobody. I couldn't imagine another coach being hired. I couldn't imagine Doc Rivers being hired in Philly and Joel Embiid next week talk about we don't have a head coach.
We don't have a head coach. That's what you say. That's what you said with Brett Brown there. And what you say with Doc Rivers there.
You know, I'm like, man, Kyrie, like, man, dude, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up, man. Just shut up. Just shut up until you can get healthy and get back on the court and let your play do the talking. Just shut up.
Yeah. I don't know if you're trying to be a basketball savant, basketball advocate. I don't know what Kyrie is doing right now. He's all over the place right now with his comments, and the things that he's saying. He just, I don't know what direction that his words take us. Like, I legit don't know. Like, the world is flat. Okay. All right.
I want to see it in context. I need to see the interview. I want to hear the interview. I want to know what was the question that was asked for him to give that answer. We don't have a head coach.
But here's the thing I heard he said a part of it. He said, I could be the head coach. KD could be the head coach. So he was saying, like, I could be the head coach. KD could be the head coach. We don't have a head coach.
That's even worse. Oh man!
What?
Here we were thinking Brooklyn was gonna be contenders. They are not gonna be contenders. They're not gonna be contenders.
Kyrie, what are you talking about, bro?
Poor Karis LeVert.
Poor Karis. Poor KD. It's probably gonna be like Russell Westbrook all over again.
Now, KD, I feel like KD is getting ready to be in the same boat. I feel like he's gonna be in this exact same boat with
What you mean
Kyrie
with Kyrie?
and running over Steve Nash.
But this is why I don't think he's gonna run over Steve Nash. One, I don't think that's his character, but he has a relationship with Steve Nash going back to Golden State, which is why he wanted Steve Nash there. But Kyrie Irving, I don't think has a relationship with Steve Nash, which is why we see him making these remarks, which is dumb as him saying that the Earth is flat. But again, I don't know if the Earth is flat because I have not walked it, and if I walked it, we would probably say that I don't know if it's circle or not, round or not. But people smarter than me says it's circle, it's round. So I don't know who to believe. I can't believe Kyrie or him. So I don't know. Um, let's stay with basketball, right? Something huge happened, man, for my boys, man. We gotta win this. We gotta win this week. Win. I know you're not high on my guy.
Oh no! I'm high. I like Doc. I like Doc. I just
So
thought he didn't do a good job in with the Clippers.
gotcha. Dr. Philly, man. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ecstatic about it. I think he's gonna bring discipline. He's gonna get the most out of his players, which we see. What he did. We see what he did with the Clippers and in well the Clippers in both stints. Like with Chris Paul, and with the Pat Beverly and them led Clippers. And then this year, like I said, it was a crazy year, down year. But I think if they had the whole season, it'd be a little bit different. And even going back to Orlando, like I think a lot of people want to dismiss the Orlando years, but he did get in the playoffs with them, and that team was trash. That was a trash team outside of Tracy McGrady. He got there. I know they was up 3-1. I know this, and they lost, but they shouldn't. They ain't have no business being up 3-1. So I like Doc, man. I'm excited about. I'm excited about my man Doc in Philly.
I like the hire. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think they're gonna give him a year, maybe two, and then there's got to be some personnel changes if things don't work out. Because you can hire Doc Rivers, you can hire Red Auerbach, you can hire Phil Jackson. It does not matter who you hire if Joel Embiid does not get a post game and Ben Simmons does not get confidence in his jump shot. It doesn't matter. And then you got to get the right pieces around them. You can't be having guys that do not fit their games and complement their games. It's pointless. So hiring Doc is definitely an upgrade from Brett Brown. Heck, I think I'm an upgrade from but it's definitely a good hire. I just hope that the two stars, see like the East is still wide
It's there.
open.
I'm gonna say it's
It's
there.
still wide open.
If they play to if they play to the level that I believe that Doc can get them to, the East is yours. Shoot, the NBA can be yours if the NBA can be yours if y'all want it. There's no
East
there's
is
no
wide open, man.
there's no two other teams. There's no two other stars. Maybe LeBron and AD, but LeBron's a little
LeBron
older.
Asian. Yep.
But LeBron's a little older. There's no two combination of stars out there that you can put out there, and I'm gonna say, "Yep, give me them two right now for the next 10 years." There's nobody. No, a combination of two stars.
Dallas.
I like Dallas. I like Dallas. Luka does not play defense. Ben Simmons is also bigger than him. I'm just saying, if Ben Simmons let's just say this. Let's just say Ben Simmons starts shooting jumpers like Luka.
Nope. I'm not going to ifs. I'm not doing the ifs. I'm talking about as is. As
I get
they
it. So
are.
as
Give
is,
me Luca in
as
the
is,
unicorn.
I'm gonna pick. I'm probably gonna pick probably about 10 combinations out there. As is. I'm just and that's my team. And
I
as
feel you.
is,
I feel you.
I'm taking Boston.
I feel you. Potential wise, I don't think there is a duo that has a greater upside over the next 10 years than
It's
Joel
not
and
one
Ben.
duo, but like
But
you
for
said, as
some
is,
reason, but for some reason, they don't see they're not getting better. They're not. They're
yep.
not getting better. I think Ben's improving defensively.
Hmm.
He's definitely digging in defensively. I'll give him that. But again, just the threat of a jump shot. That's all he needs. He doesn't have to be Steph Curry.
Listen,
Just be
I
LeBron
go,
James.
I go step down, a little step down. Ben, I don't need you to shoot jumpers. I'm gonna say this right now. I just need you to get to the basket and get to the free throw line, and then hit them at 80%. If you get aggressive, get fouled, go to the free throw line. Let's just say 12 times a game. Let's just say 10 times a game. Let's just use round numbers. We're gonna go 10 times a game. You shoot them at 80%. That's 8 games. That's 8 points. Um, that's 8 free throws. Your scoring average will go up 4 or 5 points. 4 or 5 points. You take, and if you take more shots, which with his aggressiveness, your scoring average will go up 4 or 5 points, and then you'll be a
See,
more rounded player.
and the thing, like you saying, he with his aggressiveness, I feel as though he can't be aggressive because guys like lay off of him right now. You know what I mean? And I guess that's why I said just become LeBron. That's it. Just become LeBron. LeBron, I remember watching him in '07, and I remember watching Bruce Bowen and
Go
whomever was guarding him.
go under
Like,
every
man,
screen.
hey, man, you can have that jump shot if you want
Yep.
it. If you want to shoot that, have it. And that's what they're doing with Ben.
Hmm.
And the difference is LeBron was like, oh, that's what you're gonna give me? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. And we got mad at him, but he continuously got better at it. Ben, on the other hand, we mad at him because he won't
He
even
won't even take it.
attempt it.
Yeah, he won't even
He
attempt
won't even attempt it. Like, and he's too good. He's too talented, man. Like, and then you see him take them and make them in like open runs. But then you get an NBA game and he don't want to shoot them.
it. NBA game, be like, what?
He's like, man, dude, this is actually what you get paid to do. Like, you get paid for these. You don't get paid for those ones in the open gym. You get paid for these. Do it.
Yeah, I listen. That's my guy, my favorite player in the NBA. I'm on record saying it. But Ben, bruh, we need you. We need you. There's no more excuses. The scapegoat of Brett Brown is no longer there. Brett Brown is no longer there. Elton Brand is the full-time GM now. There's no more excuses. It's all on Ben and Joel Embiid. And we could talk about the roster construction, which I believe personnel has to start right now. They have to start moving pieces out and surrounding them with great pieces. I heard right now that just popped up on my screen that a perfect fit for us. Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield does not want to be in Sacramento. He is no longer answering Luke Walton's calls. That's a perfect piece for the Sixers to go get. So
Shooting.
shooter,
Yeah.
yep.
That's Tony.
That shooter. Don't need to have the ball to make shots. So I love it. Um, we got the finals tonight, right? Happening right now. Uh, Bam, Bam's out. Gordon's out. I'm gonna tell you, Miami looked good up until a certain point on Wednesday, and I don't know if it was when injury started or if the Lakers just turned it on. Um, but I don't know which is which. Like I don't know if Miami is just that bad and that terrible and not even in the same league as the Lakers, or if it's the Lakers shot super well and Miami just plagued with injuries.
All I know is Miami was rolling. I don't know what I was watching. I turned to something. I don't even remember what I turned to something, and I turned back, and the Lakers was rolling, and I was like, man, that happened. That happened like real fast. Like it was like real fast. It was like in the second quarter, they just separated themselves. And I always say, and I said it before, this is LeBron. It's the LeBron effect, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's been here before. He gonna pay. He's been pacing himself the entire bubble. He'll go hard for 10, 15 minutes, and then he'll relax. Then he'll go hard again, and he'll relax. I think. I just think this is the first time Miami has seen this much firepower and this many guys that can just take over a game in different ways. Like Rondo can take over a game and not attempt a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Dwight Howard can take over a game and not attempt a shot.
Yep.
And I think when you're dealing with these veteran guys that just know the role, they can overwhelm you, especially when guys like Duncan Robinson, young, Tyler Hero, young, even Jimmy Butler. This is his first finals experience. You know what I mean?
Shit,
Bam, young.
first round, ain't it?
Who? Jimmy? Yeah, I think he's been out of the first round a couple of times early in his career. He
Okay.
wasn't he wasn't he wasn't the guy or one of the guys. But I just think the Lakers are too much for him. I think my Pat Riley team is not gonna quit.
Mm-hmm.
So that he's gonna always have that imprint on there, especially with having a coach like Eric Spoelstra who came from under him. They're not gonna quit. They're gonna continue to fight. That's why I said it's gonna be a tough 6 game series. But the Lakers is just
Yeah,
too much.
it's too much. I thought it was gonna be that coming out party. Shout out to Pat Riley. I did not know this. The most championships ever. He got the most championships ever. As a coach, as a exec, and as a player. God, don't want Pat Riley. All Pat Riley do is win. That's legit. All Pat Riley do is win. Like he, like I seen a stat that came up. They said 58% of LeBron's career was in the finals. 58% of that man's career has been in the finals. Like that's like how Pat Riley is. Like 60% of Pat Riley's basketball career has been winning. Like that's crazy. So shout out to Pat Riley. Like you said, Pat Riley, he knows how to win. That's all he does is win. And I don't see a Pat Riley team rolling over and quitting. Like you said, Eric Spoelstra is a tough mind. He comes from that tree. So I definitely can see them fighting, and that's why I picked them in 7. But I think that it's a lot of injuries that is on that team. But they are a resilient bunch. But I don't know if they can overcome the injury. So they need to get healthy in order to make this a series. That zone is going to be tough for them, tough for Miami, tough for the Lakers if they run that zone. So, like I said, game 2 is happening right now. Don't know the score is right now, but yeah, I still believe in Miami. Get into what it is all about, right? What these football Fridays is all about is our picks, and I'm gonna tell y'all again. I don't know if y'all are hitting on our picks, but if y'all are, please let me know. Write me, email me, drop a comment. Let me know if y'all hitting, man, because I ain't. I ain't hitting at all. I said last week I'm probably gonna start keeping track, and I think this week is when we're gonna start keeping track because I wrote everything down now. I wrote everything down this week on who we picked, what was our picks, just to see wins and losses. But before we do that, we got, like I said, something else we wanted to roll out. Bold predictions. I said we should come up with 3 bold predictions that's going to happen. So I'll start first with my first bold prediction. Monday night, Falcons, Packers. I got the Falcons winning that game. That's a little bold. But I got the Falcons routing the Packers. I got the Falcons routing the Packers on Monday night. I got it. I got it 42-21 Atlanta.
Wow. You stole my thunder.
You picked it.
My thunder.
You
You
picked
stole
it.
my thunder because I was getting ready to say Matt Ryan getting ready to go nuts, and Aaron Rodgers gonna struggle. That was my bold prediction. It's just gonna.
Hey,
That was my bold prediction.
I got a bunch. I got.
It's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers is gonna struggle, and Matt Ryan gonna light the Packers up. That was my bold prediction.
Here's the thing why I would limit to it, because I was like, okay, I seen Drew Brees light them up. I seen Drew Brees light the Packers up. Aaron Rodgers was just that good. He was just better. Matt Ryan, no matter how the struggles are, Matt Ryan will light a team up.
And I seen Julio practice the other day.
Yep. So I said, man, I wanted to start out that one with a boom. I think they're gonna rout them. I think they're gonna light them up, and I'm with you. I do think that Aaron Rodgers. I think this is gonna be the game that he struggles a little bit. I'm looking at all my Jones, man. I had a couple of the bold predictions. I'm trying to figure out which ones I wanted to. One of the ones I had bold, but I'm not. This is not a bold prediction. But I said that. Well, it would be a bold prediction, but it's not one of the ones I'm going to give. I am going to give it, but it's not going to be one of my three. I said that Lamar Jackson rushes for 100 and throws for 300 and scores 5 touchdowns.
I guess the football team.
Yep.
I don't know. We gotta put on a show. We gotta get some of that swag back.
Which is why I said that.
After that butt whipping we took on Monday night. So I won't be mad. That's for sure.
300, 105. Man.
Hey.
That'll be nasty.
I went the college route for my second win.
Okay.
Texas A&M play Alabama on Saturday. Kellen Mond goes into Tuscaloosa and lights the Bama defense up for the tune of 400 plus yards in the air and 3 touchdowns. But Bama wins.
So guess what? That is that I had that one as my bold prediction as a bold prediction as well. But Bama loses.
Ooh.
I got that joke right down right here too. Bama loses. Kellen Mond balls out, lights them up, and Bama loses. It's an SEC game. It's in Tuscaloosa, but there's no fans. I don't know if they have fans there.
They're probably gonna have like 20,000. It's
Texas
the South.
A&M
They don't do. COVID don't exist down there.
Yeah. Texas A&M is they're 13. They're ranked 13th in the rankings. I think they beat them. I think they go down to Tuscaloosa and they beat them.
Mind you, people, we do know that Texas A&M stunk the joint up last week against Vanderbilt and barely won. We know that. I don't think we don't know that. But this is called bold predictions.
This is bold predictions. We know.
We go. This is the point where you can say just dumb stuff off the wall, and if it happens, you look good. If it don't,
listen,
whatever. Hey, whatever.
We look good. But if it don't, we like, man, they're supposed to be
whatever.
There.
That's what
I'm supposed to.
I went against the grain.
I had one, but I'm like, yo, if I say this, they like, you like, yo, that ain't bold, bro. That's like you smoking something. That ain't bold at all. But I had one just like what you said, right? Virginia going into Death Valley and putting on the show. I have Virginia going to putting on the show. Clemson struggles, but they also win that game. But the reason they win is because they're looking too far ahead. And we're going to talk about that next week because I'm looking ahead to that game. But I had something similar to that one as well, where Virginia goes in there. They struggle a little bit. They do win, but it's not like a big blowout. They struggle. They win probably by 3 points. I ain't write down the spread on that, but they win by 3 points because they're looking ahead to that big game next week.
You got it pulled up before I say this.
Hold on, I'm pulling up right.
Is Texas and Oklahoma at home this week, tomorrow?
Texas is at home. Oklahoma is not.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me pull up. Let me make sure. I might have wrote it down wrong. Let me pull it up real quick.
But I know Texas got TCU, right?
Uh-huh.
And Oklahoma got Iowa State.
Uh-huh. So Texas is at home, and shoot. Yeah, Texas is at home. What the freak is the Oklahoma game? Why I can't find it? Oh, and Oklahoma, yeah, Texas at home, and Oklahoma's on the road.
And they're at Iowa State.
Yep, Iowa State. Yep.
Both of those teams, both Iowa State and TCU, are unranked. Texas and Oklahoma both lose to unranked teams on the same weekend.
So I got one of those. I got one of them losing. I do have one of them losing. But it ain't Texas. It ain't Texas. I think Texas had their scare last week. Texas actually routs TCU. But I think Iowa State actually beats Oklahoma.
Oklahoma struggles in Ames, man. They struggle in Ames every time, and I just feel like they're gonna pull it off. And until Texas consistently wins these big games, I'm gonna pick them to lose.
I'm with you. I got
Tom Herman, man. I was high on you after you left Houston. I'm like, man, they got the guy now in Texas, and you have not showed up yet. This is the year. You got to show up. You got to show up, man. The Big 12 is right there for the taking. You got to show up this year.
I got one that's not on my list. It's not on one of the ones that I sent you. But I looked at it, and it's jumping out at me biggest day. And I'm like, man, the line on it is 21. Over under is 50.5. They're giving LSU 21 to beat Vanderbilt. Did they see LSU last week? Like
I thought LSU was fine last week.
You thought they were scoring wise?
Mhm. They're young.
They're
young. Think about this. Remember, Joe Burrow he looked bad. He looked bad at the beginning of the year. And the next thing you know, they just started chugging along.
Miles Brennan ain't.
They're gonna be. They're not gonna be that good, but they'll beat up on Vanderbilt. I think they got enough momentum because they were terrible the first half, but they played pretty good in the second half. They started moving the football, and with that air raid, you got to score points against the air raid.
Yeah.
So
I'm sitting here looking like, yo, Trevor Lawrence only missed 7 passes all season.
I was getting ready to say one game he only played like the first quarter and a half.
Trevor Lawrence
he might have only. I think he probably only attempted maybe 27 passes all year, something crazy.
37. He's 30 for 37.
Yeah. You ready to say he hasn't attempted a lot because he didn't play a lot in one game.
All right. So, for folks at home, listening, so we picked. I had 5 games that we picked. TCU, Texas. I have Texas winning. Biv has Texas losing. I'm gonna give y'all the spread real quick on that. So Texas minus 10. Over under is 62.5. So I'll just say it's 62. Um, I think that it is over, and I do think that Texas covers.
Under TCU.
Texas A&M, Bama. Pulling that up real quick. That's 3:30.
18 last I looked.
Yeah, that is 18. It is. It's 18. 53 and a half, so say 50, 54, whatever. Bama don't cover, and it's under.
Bama don't cover that 18, but I'm gonna go over. It's a shootout. Remember when the SEC used to play defense?
Yeah, Mac. I say Mac got that in him, huh? Mac Jones.
With them weapons.
I can see, yeah, with them weapons. With them weapons. Georgia Auburn. All right, that's a late night game. I know that.
I'm going Auburn, man.
Oh, I picked Georgia.
I'm going Auburn. Georgia was not impressive
in their first half. In the first half, they struggled. I thought they was gonna lose. Not gonna lie.
And I don't even think. I know that they're gonna play good defense. It's always their offense that's got so many questions around
it. It's funny you said that. I was listening to Tim Tebow today. My man named 3 quarterbacks. Said JT Daniels. They got Jamie Newman, and they got the quarterback that started last week. He was like, JT Daniels just got cleared to play, and he could be the guy. And then Jamie Newman, he could be the guy. And then I forget the boy that played last week. His name real quick. I can't think of his name right now. I'm like, like you said, their offense. If you got 3 quarterbacks,
you ain't got one.
You ain't got one quarterback. Like who? I don't know who's my guy. Who's my signal caller? Like who is it? They got a running game, so I think they're solid with that. They got a running game. Georgia always has a running game. The more I look at this game, they're giving Georgia 7.5. Over under is 43. The more I'm looking at it, the more I want to go Auburn. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You want Auburn and under?
Or okay, I'm looking at them like, yep, I want to go Auburn, which I am. I'm going to go Auburn, and I am going to go under. I think Bo Mix is going to ball, and then they got the boy Seth Williams, who they said Tim Tebow said could be the next Odell Beckham. So I'm gonna rock with him, but I'm gonna trust his expertise on it. Iowa State, Oklahoma. We both said Oklahoma wins. Oklahoma loses that. The spread on that is 7, and its over under is 63.5. I am going to go with them. I'm going to go over, and I don't have OU covering.
It says 63.
63.5. Yep. 63. Yeah.
I'm gonna go under.
So they ain't gonna score. And then Virginia Clemson, they giving them 28. They're giving Clemson 28, and the over under is 55. So I am going to go. Clemson doesn't cover, and the over under is. I'm going to go over. I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna go Clemson covers and over.
They're gonna demolish Virginia. So you got them
I'm trying to
demolished.
tell you, man. When when Dabo and Trevor seen what King did to Florida State, they was like, okay, we gotta make sure that everybody know we still run the ACC.
Which is
And
why
the only way to do that is to take it out on your next opponent. So,
that's why I think they
unfortunately, it's
struggle. But
Virginia.
listen, don't take it out on your next opponent, because your next opponent after that is Miami.
Yeah, they gonna get it too.
They
but
not
first
gonna-
Virginia, but first Virginia gonna get it.
All right. Now let's get to these football picks, man. All right. I feel like Chris Berman music just came on in my head. Chris Berman music just popped in my head. Uh Colts Bears. Colts Bears. Uh they're giving Indianapolis 3.
In
Over under.
Chicago?
Huh?
In Chicago?
Yep, it says -3. -3. Indianapolis.
Mm.
-3. Indianapolis. Um Over under is 43. I can see I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over because that's 23-20. I am gonna go over slightly. Um and I got the Bears winning this. I got the Bears winning. So the Colts don't cover.
I'm going Bears, and I'm gonna go under. Philip Rivers is get ready to throw a couple picks too, man. I can feel it.
Yep.
I can just feel it.
And Nick Foles, I feel like gonna light them up.
Yep.
So Jags, Bengals. They're giving the Bengals 2.5, so they say 3. Um Over under is 49.5, so I guess it's like 50. I got the Bengals and I got them covering. But I don't see a shootout. I'm gonna go under.
I'm gonna go under, and I'm gonna go with the Bengals too. Joe Burrow gets his first dub.
I'm with it. Now this one, Browns Cowboys. Cowboys Cowboys by 4.5. Over under is 56. I'm going with the Browns winning this game. The Browns are gonna win this game. So of course Cowboys don't cover. And I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over 56.
Gosh, I'm so torn because the Cowboys secondary is non-existent at this point, but the pass rush is there, and Baker gets happy feet. I'm gonna take the Cowboys to cover, and I'm gonna say over.
My thing with that game was I think the Browns run the ball and which is gonna slow down the pass rush, and they kill that secondary play action. So that's why I think they're gonna go. They win that. And plus, it's the Cowboys, man. I can't pick them to win those games.
Yeah, no.
Over under Saints and Lions. This was another one of my bold predictions. Which I ain't say it, but they're giving the Saints 3. I'm over under 54. I think it is over, and I think the Lions actually win this game.
Mm.
It's in Detroit, so I got the Lions winning this game. Matt Stafford goes bananas.
They ride that wave coming out of Arizona, huh?
Yep.
I think the Saints filmed themselves. I think they filmed themselves. I'm gonna take the Saints, and I'm gonna go over.
We shouldn't even pick this game. I'm gonna tell you the disrespect here. Seahawks, Dolphins. They gave the Seahawks 5. They should have gave the Seahawks They should have given the Seahawks 10. But
Their pass they believe in that Fitz magic, man, because that pass defense in Seattle is terrible.
It is terrible, but I'm gonna tell you,
they believe in Fitz magic.
Fitzmagic had his game. It was against it was on a Thursday night against the Jags. So there is no Jamal Adams in this game, but I don't think they need him. I think they light them up, they route them. It is over, and I think that Seattle covers easily.
And what was the spread again?
5.
Oh yeah, Seattle covers over.
Right. And Chargers, Bucks, Tampa 7. Over under is 42.5. I got the Bucks smacking them. And it's over. So I got the Bucks cover and it's over.
Same.
All right, moving right along. We got the Ravens, Washington football team. The Ravens and the Washington football team. This is what the Dolphins spread should have been. They got what's the name? 14 by 14. Ravens by 14. Over under is 45.
Ravens cover over.
Ravens cover over. I agree.
Just
Lamar
because
Jackson,
we have to put on the show after.
Gotta make a statement. Lamar Jackson go for 100 on the ground, and he throwing the ball. All right, so Cardinals, Panthers, over under 51, and the spread is 3. Arizona. Depends on what Kyler Murray shows up. That's what
I don't even think it matters.
So you going they cover and they over or under?
Where is it at again? It's in Arizona, right?
Nah, it's in Charlotte.
It's in Carolina?
Yep.
Oh. Give me the Panthers.
Ooh.
Give me the Panthers and over.
I know I'm going with the Cards because I'm rocking with them. That's my boys. And I'm going to go under. I just don't know if Teddy Bridgewater and them scored enough. This is the Ofer Bowl. This is Vikings, who Biff was high on, and the Texans, who I was high on, both 0-3. Both 0-3.
Let's have some fun. Dude.
And they're giving Houston 4. And the spread is 54. So let me check my thing. This was another one where another one I could do the bold prediction on, but I picked Houston to cover, and I think this is gonna be over. I think this is gonna be a shootout. I think both of the defenses is trash, and I think this is gonna be a shootout.
I'm definitely gonna go over. Oh my gosh. I don't know who to pick to win. I'm almost wanting to say a tie. I truly almost wanting to say a tie. But I think the only team that still has a chance is the Vikings.
You have a chance to what? Beat them?
No, to make the playoffs.
Oh shoot. Man,
only because they got that extra spot.
Man.
They still gotta play the Bears twice and the Lions twice.
Yeah. Houston has to play the Colts and the Jags, but those aren't easy wins, I guess.
Those ain't the Bears and the Lions.
I think Deshaun Jackson goes off. So Deshaun Watson. I think Deshaun Watson goes off.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like I'm gonna take the Vikings, man. They gotta. They can't. They
They can't
can't.
go on for
The defense has got to show up at some point in time, right?
Yeah. This ain't gonna be the week
So
though. This ain't gonna be.
I don't think so either because I said over, right?
This is definitely ain't gonna be the week.
Come on, Vikings, man. Don't make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about.
But they still got a chance to go 13-3. They still got a chance. They gotta win the
They
rest
don't
of
have a chance to. They don't have a chance to go 13-3. They're not getting ready to run 13 straight up.
They gotta win the rest of their games, but they got a chance. They can do
They're not going 13-3.
it. Giants Rams, man.
This is a scary game.
Vegas don't think so.
This is a scary game. That's why. Vegas is baiting us. The Rams have been playing great, and then they're gonna lay an egg, man. They're gonna lay an egg this week.
This is what
They
I
win.
want. This is what I want to know. I know the Rams was 2-0 going into Buffalo, so they're 2-1. But what the heck have the Rams done for them to be 13-point favorites? They're a 13-point favorite against the Giants.
They haven't done anything, man. What's what the Giants have done. This is all about the Giants. Nobody believes this is what Vegas is saying. Daniel Jones is not the answer, and you don't have Saquon. This is what they're saying.
Yeah. Over under is 48. So that means
That's asking too much on the Rams offense. They're not.
so that means
the Rams would have to at least score 38. I ain't saying they ain't capable of it.
Yeah. Listen,
but that's still a big ask.
Yeah, they can do it. Like we said, they gonna be able to do it. If they can do it against anybody, it'll be the NFC least. So. Yep. They're going. I get it. I get you, Vegas. I'm right there. I understand it. I'm gonna take the Rams to cover that spread, and I'm gonna take it to go. I'm gonna be a push. They're gonna be at 48. It's gonna be 48.
I'm gonna take Rams don't cover. They do win and under.
I got the Rams 41-7. That's what it's gonna look like. 41-7. All right, this is a big game. This one was tough. Patriots, Chiefs. Chiefs by 7. Over under is 53. I picked the Chiefs. And I picked them to cover. But this was I think it's under.
You think it's under?
I think it's under. I think the Patriots run the heck out of the ball control, try to keep Patrick Mahomes on the field. So I think this is gonna be like a 21-28 game.
What's the over under again?
Over under is 53.
53. Bill Belichick. Andy Reid. I know Bill Belichick, he game plans to take your best. But when your best weapon is your quarterback, how do you
what is the best weapon on the Chiefs?
How do you game plan to stop the quarterback, right?
What I just said, they're going to run the ball, keep him on the sideline.
In theory that works. And I thought the same thing about Seattle, but they got in the shootout. I'm going to say the Chiefs cover over Bill Belichick. He'll take this L. He don't want to show his hand. in case you run into them in the playoffs.
Gotcha. Bills Raiders. This was a tough game for me to pick because I like the Raiders.
I like the Raiders.
I like the Raiders.
I like the Raiders.
Doing. Yeah, I mean, like I want to. The Raiders make you. I just want to root for them. I just want to root for them. I want to root for Chucky. Over under is 53. The Bills are +3. But Josh Allen, man, that's my guy. That's my guy. I'm gonna ride with him.
It's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas. It's in Vegas. Bills cover. Over under 53. And it's over.
Give me the Raiders. And Raiders and over.
I like it. I don't even want to pick this game. But we got to. Eagles, 49ers.
Yeah. Last time I seen y'all was 7-point underdogs.
We are.
To a depleted 49ers team.
Yo, I should have posted it in our chat. I didn't post in our chat. I posted it in my Eagles chat. Bruh. I seen the you know how they had the highlights of marquee matchups, big time matchups, Cam versus Russ, and like they had Russ as the highlight card, and it was Aaron Rodgers versus Matt Ryan, and Aaron Rodgers was the highlight card, and Patrick Mahomes versus the Patriots, right? Cam Newton. Patrick Mahomes was the highlight card. And then it was the Eagles versus the 49ers. And you know who the highlight card was? Nick Mullins. When they got Nick Mullins.
He played better than Carson, though, man. He is. He played better than Carson.
He only had one game. Well, a game and a half. But, dog, when Nick Mullins was the highlight card, he was the main attraction. Line up to go see Nick Mullins. I said, oh, hell nah, bro. Oh,
This started when Carson didn't make the top 100.
Yo, Nick Mullins though. But yeah. Let's pick the game. Over under 45. I of course I think it's going to be over. And I picked the 49ers to win this game. I think they cover the spread.
Huh?
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. They gotta win sometime. And why not win this week against a team that's just got a whole bunch of backups. If your stars can't beat their backups, just throw the whole Philadelphia football team away, man.
And that's where I am right now. I want to throw the whole football team.
Just throw the whole Eagle team away, man.
Just throw 2020 away, man. That's where I'm at.
Yo, I'm gonna pick them to win. I'm gonna say under. And if Eagles, if you don't win, you better not get beat by a touchdown to a bunch of backups.
I just seen them put up 36 against the Giants, man. And I don't know if we are that much better than the Giants right now at this point. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to say we are. I legit want to say we are. But we lost to the Redskins. I keep saying the Redskins. We lost to the football team.
Yeah, but y'all have been in every game. All 3 games y'all have been in them. You probably should have won at least 2 of them.
You should have won.
The Rams game, I'll give that one. But y'all should have won last week against the Bengals, and y'all definitely should have beat the football team.
I agree. So I'm with you. You're giving me hope, man. Thanks for that motivational speech, Biff, man. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
And I hate the Eagles.
I'm gonna go. Listen, thanks for that motivational speech, man. I believe. Monday night game. We talked about them both predictions. Y'all know who we gonna pick. We're picking the Falcons. The over under is 56.5. I say over. And they're giving the Green Bay Packers +7. They're giving them 7. And I think that they don't cover that. I think that the Falcons rout them. That is my bold prediction. So I know you got the same. You got the same, like something similar to that. So that is
Yep,
our.
I'm going over. And I'm going Matt Ryan lights up the Packers, and the Falcons get that first dub.
Yo, Calvin Ridley is balling right now. He is balling. So
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. So we ain't got nothing else on tap. Nope, that is our show. This is our segment where it is final thoughts. And my final thoughts is this. Carson, Doug, Howie, it's not 2017 no more, man. Stop living in 2017. Bro, I seen a report today that said we got no corners. We're moving Jalen Mills back to corner this week, possibly. We got no wide receivers. We bringing up wide receivers again off the practice squad. Carson, Howie, Doug, stop living in the past. That's what I say to everybody. Stop riding on your one achievement. Yeah, that happened. But let's move forward and achieve more. Let's do more. That's my final thought. Stop living in the past. Look to the future. Set a game plan, and let's get it done.
My final thought is, how do I say this? how do I say this without sounding dead? Somebody got to win the NFC East. Okay, somebody has to win the NFC East. I don't know who it is, but the Cowboys have they have to win this division now. With everything else that's going on with the Washington football team, what's going on with Philly and their injuries, and then the Giants are just the Giants at this point. Dallas, I know y'all got a few injuries on defense, man, but the offense is fine. Y'all gotta win this. Y'all have to win this division, and it has to start. It has to start this week. It has to start this week. Mike McCarthy, putting you on notice, man. You don't win this week, you deserve to be on the hot seat. It's just that simple.
God darn. This is what I want
It's
to say.
just
I got a
that
bold
simple.
prediction. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Bold prediction. If the Eagles win this week against the 49ers, Cowboys lose this week against the Browns, Eagles win the division. That's what I'm going to say. If
I see it.
the Eagles win this week, so the division is going to come down to who wins this week, the Eagles or the Cowboys. And watch the Washington football team win this division at 6-10. That is our show for this week. Make sure y'all follow us on Facebook, on YouTube. Listen to us on Instagram. On Spotify. We are on Instagram as well. Our link tree is in our Facebook page. Y'all can see all the platforms that we are on. Drop a comment if you like the show, if you want us to do a show, if you want to talk about something, or if you want to be a guest on the show. But that's our show for the day. If you like it, speak on it. Until next time, y'all.
Peace.